Welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast, where various black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G, and today we got James.
X.
And hopefully we have more people show up a little later. With that being said, I just want to let y'all know, if you like this podcast, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, do me a favor, check out the Clips channel. We're actually coming back very soon. Probably by the time this podcast comes out, we'll have a couple of clips up. So that is coming back. Also, we are on various podcast platforms, so make sure to check those out. The links are all down below if you only want the audio version. But be aware of this. The audio version is at a delay, so if you want to get the current episode, you got to come here to YouTube. There we go. Now we're doing this.
Yeah, again, like I said, you whine about, you can't bring on your people, but you want to bring an impartial judge in here. Bring it.
It ain't impartial. Okay,
what did I walk into, man?
You walk into G Fuller.
No, bullshit.
My God.
You're a mother. But okay.
You're not. No.
I didn't file for that. I didn't file for bro.
No.
You filed full of shit. But go ahead, G. Give him your so he can back you up because that's what all he wants.
Okay. Do you remember Family Matters, Fresh Prince, and Martin?
Yeah.
But you remember Fresh Prince and Martin, all those, right?
Yeah.
Can you remember a time in your childhood that those shows weren't on, that you didn't watch them?
I don't watch them. I mean, I stopped watching them shows a long time ago.
No. I'm saying in your childhood. I'm not talking about now. I'm saying in your childhood. Do you remember growing up? Can you remember a time throughout your childhood that you did not watch those shows?
Oh yeah, like once, like Tsunami came out, and like I stopped watching Fresh Prince and all that long to like.
No. That's not my point. That's not my point. That's not the point.
You're asking. Okay.
I said in your childhood, let's say from the time you were born to, let's say 6 or 7 years old, 8 years old, whatever. Do you remember a time that you did not watch those shows, those shows were not on?
Oh, wait. Did you not watch them or they're not on? Because that's totally different things. Okay.
Do you remember a time that those shows weren't on at those ages?
Like, what do you mean not on? Because they're still on to this day.
But I'm talking about back then. We're not talking about today. I'm talking about back then. Just cut out back then. Think about your childhood. Do you remember when you think back into your childhood, like when you were like born to like 7 or 8? Do you remember a time that those shows weren't on?
I mean, I guess no. But the question
there you go.
Is weird as hell.
Yeah,
the question is weird as hell.
I get that, but that's my point, because the whole entire thing, James is trying to sit there and act like, oh well, there's no way you could have watched those shows. I'm like, dude, there at no point in time at that age range, I cannot remember a time those shows were not on and I did not watch those shows religiously. Yes, those shows were on. I used to watch them with my mom. I used to watch them all the time. He's saying, oh, you're too young. There's no way you didn't watch those shows. No, I did watch those shows. From the time they were on, I can't remember a time throughout my childhood those shows weren't on.
Okay, well, you should reiterate that question. Like, did you watch those shows as a child? Yes, I watched them live. Like,
yes.
Every week I watched Martin. Every week I watched Fresh Prince. Every week I watched Family Matters. Every week, hell, I watched Days of Our Lives.
Okay.
It's like these shows were started when we were kids. When we were like, I mean, I'm not understanding what you believe.
Yes,
so it's like we did have the comprehension at 3-4 to basically understand what was going on the TV. Like, yeah, we weren't teenagers or anything like that. It's like I go watch it in color. And it's
where you at, James? Where you at? Yeah, you better be working.
I had the comprehension to watch that TV show. So like I'm not understanding. Like we were too young.
It's
like,
cool. It's cool. You just answered the question I've been trying to tell him this whole entire time. Like I said, he's working right now, but you answered the damn question. I'll ask you another one. The Cosby Show. Do
I
you?
hated the Cosby Show.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it too. But you didn't watch that religiously. You just kind of watched like when it's on. You just kind of watched it, right?
I know. I hated that show. That show was stupid.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying like when the show was like when you saw it, from time to time, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. He's like, there's no way you couldn't watch the Cosby Show if you're saying you watched Fresh Prince. I said, no, we were alive when those came on. We weren't around for the Cosby Show. That was way before our time. And I was trying to tell him, and then this is another thing I was trying to tell him. I told him there was 2 different Cosby shows, but he's like, no, one's the Cosby Show, one's the Cosby. But what I tried to explain to him was, dude, I wasn't just like you. I wasn't a big fan of the Cosby Show like that, so I don't really see them as 2 different shows. I see them as the same because those were the ones that were on. So I look at the Cosby Show. So of course I'm gonna get it wrong. I look at the Cosby and the Cosby Show as kind of like the same thing. I just get them mixed up in my mind because those were the ones that were on, but I don't really remember them.
Yeah, no, no, but like I'm saying, like we grew up with TGIFs. It's like step by step, family. Actually, I can tell you the lineup. It went Family Matters, Fresh Prince, Step by Step. It's like, how would I know that if I didn't watch TGIF? Like, it don't make no sense. Like, I'm not understanding what the argument is. It's like, do you think we're just that young to not have watched these shows? It's like, do you think that we don't comprehend the shows? Or because I can say I stopped watching Fresh Prince, like I'm not gonna rewatch Fresh Prince. I don't even rewatch Fresh Prince now, or Martin, or any of those shows. Like I'm just not doing it.
Okay, here's the last question I have. Do you remember watching the debut of the Wayans Brothers when it first came out?
Yeah. I can even tell you the last episode of the Wayans Brothers, and that's the one room, Roy Jones Jr. I can literally tell you the last episode.
Over. Jay's argument is done. Thank you. I think he's working right now, but when he gets off, his argument is done. There you go. Right there, bro. This is why I had you come on. Thank you. Thank you. You answered all the questions perfectly. The only one I give him is Homeboys in Space. Because we looked at...
No. I didn't watch that.
Yeah.
Now that one I can say that I didn't watch. Like Alf and I didn't watch that like that. I mean, it was on. But like TV shows of the matter of like Family Matter, like I said, I don't know exactly, because I think Fresh Prince came out in like 91, I want to say, maybe 92. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm just trying to understand his argument more than anything. It's
I'm waiting for him to come back on so he can explain it. But all I'm saying is right now, like I said, that's why you're my brother right there, man. If I come out that I got money, I'm gonna buy you dinner someplace. I'll buy you some Burger King burger, because right there, you had my back, and I knew you would. I told him. And he's like, no, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You weren't even around back then. You can't comprehend that stuff. I told him, I said, there's some things that flew over my head because I was so young, but there's a lot of that stuff I understood. So what are you talking about? This dude be talk to us like we were freaking, like, weren't even on this earth at that time. Like,
yes, I will say, being a teenager versus being a kid, yes, you can comprehend it a lot better. But Living Color, okay, I'll give you that, because that took some adult comprehension.
Yes,
or
exactly.
some older comprehension. But like Fresh Prince was pretty like self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't take a lot of comprehension. Like Family Matters wasn't like the most in-depth TV show to where you needed, adult situations. Like it didn't. I mean, it had adult situations, but not that many
Yeah.
to the point of just no return. Like Step by Step didn't have. But yeah, I will say, yes, even the Wayans brothers, I will say for its time, yeah, it had a lot of adult situations. I'm not gonna ever deny that. It's like their whole was about hooking up with chicks and like that, and hustling and like that. So I mean, I agree with that aspect of it 100%.
Yeah, and he's in there
Not
saying,
friends.
and he's in there saying like, "Oh, you weren't allowed to watch those shows." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Our parents let us watch those shows all the time."
That's very true because our grandmother, like I said, used to sit there and watch TGIF with me. So,
Yeah,
like I said, that's why I'm just trying to understand like what's his argument.
Yeah,
like I said, I don't know what those shows. That's why, and you were saying like, and you remember a time that they weren't on. That's why I said that's a weird question.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It was kind of indirect because that was kind of the argument I was trying to make to him because I'm like, yeah, could there be some episodes I missed because like when I was born? But like I said, I can't remember like even as like a child, I can't remember a time at that age when those shows were never on. I can't remember. Like I can't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and when I'm an adult, of course, because they're all canceled and stuff, of course. But at that time, no. I even remember the last episode of The Fresh Prince because I remember like right when that episode went off the air, they had like that Western movie with like all with all of them in there. Well, some of them in there, not all of them. Like I remember that, and he's like, "You don't, dude. I remember that, man. Like I don't think you understand." Like maybe his generation of kids were a bunch of morons, but ours had some common sense. Like I don't know how his generation of kids.
Like I said, it was like I said, it's just like sports and stuff and wrestling. It's like we grew up in the same time. Like yes, could we comprehend the shit that Hulk Hogan was saying or Macho Man Randy Savage was doing it, especially back then, like the puns and the innuendos back then, probably not. But it's like it's not that we didn't watch it. It's not that I can't retain the information that I saw. Of course I can.
Yeah, and I even gave him this example of like as a kid, I used to be mad at Michael Jordan because he wouldn't because the score of the game wouldn't come on because you know how the score of the game would come on and turn off when you watch basketball. Yeah. And as a kid, because I couldn't comprehend it, and I would see Michael Jordan on the screen, I would blame him. I'm like, it's Michael Jordan's fault why I can't see the score because I was a child.
That's a little, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just, man, I need him. As soon as he gets done with work, he needs to come on because he needs to say his argument. All I know is that you prove my point. He can't say nothing.
Yeah, no, that's not even like backing you or nothing. That's just fact.
No, that it's not backing me because you don't know the argument. That's why. But it's 110% backing me of what you said. Without even knowing the argument, you still back me. So, and like I said, don't worry. Like I said, Keith said you don't know Keith. He's the new guy that came on last week. But when Keith gets back, because he's the one that tried to be on his side, he's our age. When he gets back, we gonna once again, if you're there, he said he'll try to come on next week or next podcast, and you come on. We're going to have this conversation again, and once again, we're going to win. I'm so like, it's like liberation right now. I'm just waiting for James to come in so he has his chance to argue. Because I don't know if you got to go, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. But I just need James to hurry back. Because I know he's working. As soon as he gets done with work, I need him to hurry back so he can have his argument.
Yeah.
What? Oh, man. Yes. Can't say nothing. Just because when your generation, when you guys were dumb, can't comprehend shit, don't mean our generation didn't. Our
I'm
generation.
just trying to I just need to see when Fresh Prince and that shit came out. Like,
I'll bring it up right
can't-
now because I actually
Oh.
I actually been looking it up.
okay, I'm about to say, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, like I said, it would have had to be like 91 or 92. It's like we were 3 or 4 years old. It's like, so to look at my kids at 3 and 4 years old, like they were able to comprehend a lot of stuff.
Oh, he's back. He's
Like-
back. Where you at, James?
I'm right here.
All right. He just proved my point. I don't know if you heard it all.
Nope. Didn't hear any of it. Had customers.
Fair enough.
He
So-
just,
No,
of course, your boy proved your point that at 2
No.
years old, you could understand Martin. Yeah.
No, I never said that. I never said. Like I said, what I'm saying is
That
we
was his
watched
point.
Martin.
That no, what I,
no.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that we were watching the TV show. I literally said that I'm not saying that I comprehended it at that young age, but yes, I've always yes, when I was a kid, I did watch that show. Like it wasn't until obviously, yes, I even said TV shows like Family Matters and Fresh Prince, and were basically easy to comprehend because they were family shows. But TV shows like Wayans Brothers and Martin and what was the other one? Evan Color. There's no way that my mind could have processed that at that young age. It wasn't until I got older. But
But
No,
hold
go.
on here.
no. Let me say this, because what I said before you go, what I said was, yes, there were some things I couldn't comprehend, but it's not like I couldn't comprehend none of it. Yes, were there some things I couldn't comprehend? Yes, but there were some things I could.
No. But you're okay. What he's saying is the same thing. He says when he was a kid, he watched those shows.
Yeah.
Yes, but like I told you, those shows went into syndication because they were hits. So when you were kids, they were still playing. But you're telling me that in 1989, when it originally aired, when you were 1 year old, you were watching that show.
Yes. So there's the Fresh Prince.
like I said, I can never say that I watched. Like I said, I don't know when Martin started. I don't know if I watched. Like I said,
that was the biggest point. Like he's saying that in 1989 he was watching it when it I said I watched it when it originally aired. He said I did too. No, you watched a rerun.
Like I said,
when you were a kid, you watched the rerun.
Actually, no, I'm not even gonna say I watched the rerun. I probably watched different seasons every year. Like I probably didn't start with season 1.
Thank you.
Like
G saying he was there at the beginning watching Family Matters and Martin.
When it comes to Family Matters, I do remember watching as a kid. Like I said, we might have not started off with season 1. Obviously, we didn't start off with season 1. But it's like every year there's a different season of a TV show. So
exactly.
Like what's the TV show? In the Color.
Living
I think
Color.
It started in like 86 or like 87. I was born in 88. So it's like there's no way I could have started off with this TV show.
But that's what we're talking about. G, and we can run this tape back, is saying he was watching these shows when they originally aired.
Oh, was it no?
Yeah,
thank you.
I can absolutely say that just because I made comment like
Well,
I was
say that, but I'm not gonna say that.
89. We were here. We were on the earth. So yes, I can remember a time as a child those shows were not on ever.
Hey, bro! If you can remember 1 year old, then no power to you.
That's what I said. Like you remember reruns, but those reruns were new to you. So you were like, "Oh my God, this show is amazing!" But you're telling me when you were in 2 years old, you were watching these shows like, "Man, this is great! Oh my God, just pass me some more soda."
I'm not saying all that.
I don't know about that.
What I'm saying is, from what I can remember growing up, those shows were always on. I never remember a time without those shows being on ever.
Yes, exactly. Like I said, those shows were hits. So they went into syndication really fast. So they were played over, just like you and the Homeboys in Outer Space and Wayans Brothers. You told me you saw commercials for Homeboys in Outer Space on after the Wayans Brothers went off, but they were on two different stations.
Yeah, and that one, and this is one thing I was going to explain this to Keith. I forgot to explain to him. That's probably the one I may have to give you because that one, I don't know. No one. I did watch when the Wayans Brothers came out from day one. Yes. Now, Homeboys in Space.
Yeah. Okay, the Wayans Brothers dropped in like 95 or like 96. So yeah,
yes.
That's when I started.
Yes. Now, go ahead. My fault.
No. Hold on.
Okay. Okay. So I may give you Homeboys in Space because there may be a mix up there because what I can remember, I remember when the Wayans Brothers were going off the air, there was commercials for Homeboys in Space.
Yes, because they were reruns when they got picked up because, like I told you, Homeboys in Outer Space only lasted a season. And Homeboys in Outer Space came out a year after the Wayans Brothers did. Yes. So I'm not even knocking you on those two, but you're telling me Family Matters. You're telling me you remember when there was a different Steve Urkel, which never fucking happened.
And I gave you that. And I gave you that one. I gave you that one.
You're telling me
I gave you that one.
You're telling me Martin, the adult content that Martin was at 3 and 4 years old, there was no way in hell you comprehended that.
I didn't say I fully comprehended it. I said there's things
you didn't
that
at all.
In my head.
You didn't comprehend that shit at all. You didn't comprehend that shit at all, bro. But Key. I mean,
Key.
You said Hardy dropped in 92, Fresh Prince dropped in 90.
And Family Matters dropped in 89.
Yes.
But G remembers watching all of these shits when they initially aired, not the reruns, but when they initially.
Well, all I said was I do not remember a time that those shows were not on.
Oh, see, yeah, Heaven Coach started 92. Okay. Well, like I said, I will say I don't. Okay, I'll put it to you like this. If my memory serves me right, the earliest episode of Martin that I can remember, because I couldn't even tell you what the first episode is, but the earliest episode I could remember was they did the whole the whole Flint stuff, but it might have been a flashback too. So like I might not be helping the situation when I say this, but it's like when like Martin was like supposed to be dating Pam and Gina was supposed to be dating Tommy, but they kind of like it was showing them getting together, but they were with opposites, and Martin hated that was the introduction to him hating Pam and getting with Gina and blah blah blah, because I think in some part of the show they weren't even together in the same house. It's so it's like I can honestly say, okay, I'll put it this. I can remember as far obviously they didn't live together, they had separate apartments, but it's I can remember when they actually got married and actually lived in the same house together. So it's that might be season 3 or whatever. But season 1 and 2, I can't even remember that.
Yep.
I'm I'm not gonna even of course I can put the pieces together, but it's remembering it as a kid, no. I'm not gonna say that Fresh Prince. Okay, I remember all the early episodes, but that's just because I used to watch it as a teenager and shit like that. But I do remember Fresh Prince over all the TV shows because that's the only one that I really liked at the time. Family Matters, I mean, it was hit and miss at the end of the day for me. Yeah. I'm not saying it wasn't a good show, but it's I can only take so much of Urkel. Yes, when they introduced Stefan, I was like, okay, I'm on tough because Urkel got annoying after a while. But like I said, that's just me. I'm not saying it wasn't good for its time. It was great for its time. But it's consistently watch like I said, if I had to choose one, it would go Fresh Prince, Martin, In Living Color, Wayans Brothers, then Family Matters for me. But like I said, I'm not gonna ever say at 1 and 2 years old I was able to comprehend all those other ones. But Fresh Prince, yes. That's the one because I like that one the most. Now, like I said, if you're saying that you were able to comprehend at 2 years old, Martin and Living Color and all those, then that's you. Like I'm not gonna say that because I don't know. I can't. I'm not disagreeing that I watched those shows. I'm not disagreeing with you. Yes, I watched all those shows. But comprehending? Oh hell no! Because I'm watching Living Color now, and I'm just like, this is terrible. Like, why? Why did my family let me watch it? Like, you got a clown over here beating kids? Like, this is terrible. Like, you sit here and watch this shit now, you're like, damn, this is pretty brutal.
But my point is that when it comes to the comprehension argument, I'm not saying I fully comprehend. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, can I comprehend it somewhat? Yes, there is some comprehension there, but can I describe everything at that point? No, there's some adult things I didn't get, but there's some parts of it that yeah, you could just figure out easily.
Bro, again, dog, at 1 year old, you were just staring at a TV screen that somebody had left on.
Yes.
You did not sit down and watch Family Matters. You did not sit down and watch Martin. You were just staring at a screen because adults were like, this kid doesn't understand what the hell's going on, so I'm going to just turn on the TV and I'm going to watch my show. But you're sitting there saying, I remember watching. No, you fucking don't.
Okay,
you couldn't tie your shoes.
Is it just watching or comprehending?
No. His argument is that he watched those shows original air date. And like he's saying, not all of it made sense, but I could comprehend. No, you couldn't.
Like I said, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, okay, is Jesus like, are you saying watching it? Because yeah, you can sit there as a baby and watch something like I said. Yeah, if that's the case, then that's the case. But comprehension, that's what I'm saying. I didn't comprehend the shit.
I mean, yeah, I can say yes. If you're talking about 1 year old or whatever as a baby, no, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that as a kid, I could comprehend somewhat. Not full comprehension, like I couldn't understand the adult themes, no. But I did have some comprehension. Like I could follow along to a point, Like I'm sorry, like my generation, I don't know how your generations were when you were children, James, but our generation, we were fucking morons as children.
I'm just saying, like, but comprehending what though?
Huh?
I'm saying, but like, okay, but you're saying comprehending. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just ask you. Okay, so you comprehend it because I'm sorry, I gotta ask this. So you comprehend it, and be honest, like the what's his name of Herman's, why he was how he was.
No, I'm not saying
you comprehended that.
No, I'm not saying I comprehended that. No.
I was about to say, because at 2 years old, I didn't know about weed, I didn't know about the munchies, I didn't know about none of that. Like I said, looking back on that show now, it's like, oh my God, this nigga was high as fuck all the time.
Yeah.
He was just breaking into people's fucking apartments.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying about comprehension.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. No, I can't comprehend. Like that's an adult thing. I couldn't comprehend that. But I definitely can comprehend a dude, which not really understand, but a dude just coming into your house, getting a sandwich. You're like, why are you in my house getting a sandwich? Why?
No, but see, me, I couldn't comprehend that because why is he letting this person? Because nobody will come in my house that I don't know and just start making a sandwich and then go out the window.
Yeah,
I didn't comprehend that.
But you did comprehend because you did see like Martin always had a problem with it, and that I could comprehend because
but I grew up in a time where motherfuckers get shot or you come to somebody's house and exit through a window. Like that's weird.
Yeah, but
that's weird.
No, I get that, but I understood at least to a point where it's like you can't do that on live. You can't have a show where a dude breaks in and shoots somebody. It's a comedy show. So I understood a dude who's like looks big and buff coming to the house, getting a sandwich and just walking out, and you're like, dude, why are you coming in here? Ain't like you can really do nothing about that dude. Like, you beat the shit out of you. So that's how I looked at it back then. Like I said, I didn't fully comprehend, because you're right. No, I totally agree. As an adult, yeah, somebody coming to my window trying to eat a sandwich, he probably gonna get a bullet in his brain. Yes, absolutely. But back then, like, that's as far as it went for me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying I fully could comprehend adult things, but I had I could kind of have some comprehension, you know? Like, I could comprehend, like, it is a problem for a dude that lives in a different house coming to your house and making a sandwich. Like, that's weird. That didn't make sense. So Martin having a problem with that, that makes a lot of sense. Like, yeah, I would have a problem with that. I like, even as a kid, I would have a problem with that. Why are you, a person that don't even live here, coming into my house and making a sandwich and just leaving like we're cool? You know, so that I could comprehend. Martin, every time he had a problem, I could comprehend that. Yeah, you had a problem with that. I would have a problem with that. You know? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying I have full comprehension of the adult things. Like you said, the reason why I did that. No, not at all. But him just doing it and somebody having a problem with the person just entering your house and you complain about it, absolutely, I can understand that.
Well, I will say this. I mean, your 2-year-old self was a lot more comprehensive than me. 1 and 2-year-old. I'm serious. Like, for the record, 2-year-old me did not comprehend. That's just me, though. I'm not disagreeing with you on what you comprehended. If that's what you comprehended, then that's what you comprehended.
Let me say this, because that goes into the argument about when I was watching. That has nothing to do with comprehension, because I'll say this. I don't remember how I felt at 2 years old or 3 years old.
Exactly my point. That's my point. At 2 years old, I couldn't tell you how I thought.
Yeah. I will say my earliest memory was when I was 1 year old, but that's my earliest memory. But that's not when I can remember. Cause like, yeah, I can't. I don't remember. I don't really have any memories until I think I was about 4 years old, where I had like full memory. But yeah, my earliest memory was when I was 1 year old.
Your argument, I will say that much.
What?
I said it kind of doesn't help your argument. Then
it does depend on what you're talking about. If you're talking about, because you kind of said it, when it came on, did my mom just prop me up and have me watch the show? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, I watched it. Yes, when I was a child. Yeah, absolutely. My mom would prop me up and watch it, or she will watch it. So yes, in that sense, yeah. When it comes to comprehension, we're talking about children. Yes, when I could comprehend things as a child, not like 1 year old, whatever. Yeah, I don't really remember back then. But yes, when it got to like 4 or 5, yeah, I could kind of put two and two together and realize, okay, yeah, can I understand which is what I said? Can I understand all the adult themes? No, but I could comprehend. For example, like I said, a brother man with a dude just coming into your house and making a sandwich and leaving, and you having a problem with that. Yes, that makes sense to me, because I would have a real issue of a fucking dude coming into my house, I don't know, playing with my toys, and I don't know who you are, and just walking out, like taking my toy and walking out. I would have a real issue with that as a kid. So that made sense to me. So that's all I'm saying. So,
well, like I said, it wasn't just him doing that. He was inebriated.
yeah, at that I didn't realize.
It was a reason. Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it was a reason why he did that.
Yeah, and
it wasn't just because he was of sound of mind. That, like, it wasn't him doing what he was doing. It was the reason why he was doing it. And that's what I'm saying. I comprehend that. It doesn't matter if a person comes to your house and does some bullshit. That's why I was saying, like, did you actually understand why?
No, that was too much.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't understand that.
Yes, and that, because that's too much. That was too much for me to understand it back then. Absolutely, I totally agree with that. So it doesn't really disprove my point. It's just that's what it is. He's trying to say like, oh no, there's no way you come here, or there's no way you could have watched it. Dude, I was alive. Yes, my mom took me as a baby, propped me up in the TV, and said, "There we go."
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna say, like I said, I remember, like I said, I don't remember how I started watching Martin of All Ones or Living Color. Because, yeah, I'm not going to say anybody told me to not watch them. But Fresh Prince, like I said, Fresh Prince, Family Matters, Step by Step, those are family shows.
Yeah.
So it's like, but um, Martin, Living Color, Wayne's Brothers, like those weren't really family shows. So, like I said, I don't remember how I started, especially Martin. I can remember how negative Martin was for its time. So aggressive. I mean, obviously, like it's not a bad thing now, but yeah, you look at some of the situations on that TV show, and you're like, oh my god, this is terrible. Like, but
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like yeah, I don't really remember it like that. But when I'm saying it's, oh shoot, never mind. I lost my train of thought. No, I'll let it go. But like I said, just no, that's what I was gonna say. My whole entire point. That's what I was saying when you sat there and said that I don't know how I watched it, and that's what I'm saying is that it's not about like me remembering how I watched it. It just when I was it was just always on. So there was no I turned the channel or I knew I was. It was just always on. Martin was always on. In Living Color was always on. Fresh Prince, well, maybe not in Living Color because that was kind of too late. I had a bedtime.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really watch In Living Color all the time. Like only very few times my mom or my uncle would let me stay up and watch it because I had a bedtime. But Martin, Fresh Prince, and I mean just like I was telling, like In Living Single, these shows were always on. I didn't choose them. I didn't turn them. They were just there.
Now that I do agree. Like those shows were just on. Like it wasn't like like in Living Single, In the House,
Yeah.
just those old shows, like they were always on. And I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to explain to him. Like he be acting like when we were children, we were fucking useless. That's annoying me. We weren't.
I mean, like I said, I agree with him on the comprehension part, but like I said, the
watching part.
Yeah, the watching part. Yeah, no, we watched all these shows. No, that's a given. But comprehension, yeah, no disagreement there. We could not comprehend what was going on these TV shows. But like I always say, it's like, I guess in a way that's good that we got to rewatch them as adults, Because here's an example.
All right.
It's like I remember when like Gladiator, because I didn't like 300 is a great movie,
Love it.
But it's
Love it.
look at the other three before 300: Troy, Alexander, and Gladiator. I could care less about those movies when I was a kid. But it's like watching them as an adult or maybe like a teenager. It's like I could enjoy them. It's like that's what I'm saying about anything like Casino or what's the other one? Goodfellas or Godfather. It's like I remember my uncle sitting me down and watching all the Godfathers. It's like I couldn't comprehend what was going on in these movies, but it's like watching them as an adult. Like I don't think that you can really comprehend like things as a kid or a teenager. It's not like I said, Gladiator. I hated that as a kid, and it came out in 2000. I'm not like it came out in the 90s or anything like that, but it's like if you watch like a movie like The Matrix, it's like, okay, I seen it and like, yeah, we enjoyed the fighting and stuff like that, but you watch it now and you watch the message of The Matrix, it means more. Yeah. It just means more as an adult. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. It's like, yeah, we might have sat there and viewed these shows, but did we actually watch and comprehend? Hell fucking no.
Yeah. That I agree. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I could agree with that. That is a way better point than what James was making. And he keep trying to say I said things I didn't say. All right, James, are you good with that?
With what?
Well, like I said, it looks like I'm more right than you were.
Bullshit, but I mean, okay, whatever. I gave up a long time ago because I mean, obviously you're an idiot savant that can fucking retain information that's of an adult content at the age of 2 and 3. So I mean, whatever.
That's not what I. Okay,
You know, now you can't even recall half of the shit, but no, then you was with it. You was all with it. You was sitting there with a Coke and a smile, watching all of this bullshit that bro. At 3 years old, you could barely tie your fucking shoes, but you swear you could watch Martin and understand what they were talking about.
That's not what I said. I said I can understand parts of it. Yeah,
you couldn't understand shit. Okay, you couldn't even understand how to count to 100, but you can understand that what he's talking about is hilarious. No, you were sitting there staring at a screen, and again, when you got older, you watched it and were like, "Oh yeah, this makes sense." And again, it was new to you then, and you were just like, "No, I watched the original." Bullshit. Ain't no way in hell at 1 year old you knew any fucking thing that was going on Family Matters.
No, at 1 year old, I always said yes, I was watching it. You're right. My point is yes, I was propped up and just watched it.
You didn't say that earlier, bro. You changed. Oh my God. Look at here, Trump. I don't want to hear your flip-flopping bullshit right now. You're gonna have to be right, and you're gonna edit the shit out of this to make sure you're right. So I don't even fucking care anymore. Cause at the end of the day, like I said, I've babysat and I've watched a lot of fucking little kids, and 2, 3, 4 years old, they can't comprehend shit that you would on the scope of what you're talking about. They're trying to watch Sesame Street and shit, and you're watching Martin. The fuck out of it. That means that you're a calculus wizard at fucking 8. You're Doogie Howser, basically.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I never watched that. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Because you didn't even tell fucking Keith about the fucking Bill Cosby argument, which will come out in this episode.
I did tell him. I did tell him.
Oh, what'd you tell him?
He told me, what is it? He said it was two Cosby shows.
Yeah. He said, oh yeah, there was 2 I said, yeah. What do you know about the Cosby Show? Which one? The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
The fucking Cosby Show.
Okay, but there was the Cosby Show, and then there was they're not different strokes. A different world. A different world. That's what it was. Like,
no.
Is it that when they were in college, right?
No, I'm gonna show you right now. This is what I was talking. This is what I was trying to tell James. That's what I'm saying. Like I get those two mixed up because I didn't really watch those like that, so I get them mixed up. So to me, they're the same thing. I don't look at them as different.
I never knew that there was 2 Cosby shows. So.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody does. As I said, there was 2. It's just it wasn't the. Hold on, let me just get on. Let me go to it. Give me 1 sec.
You know what you know.
Okay. Are you able to look at the screen?
Okay. Yeah, hold on, give me a second.
Okay.
Okay. The Cosby Show. Okay.
The Cosby Show. And then Cosby. And so while I was trying to explain to him, because I didn't watch the Cosby Show like that, like I saw more of the Cosby, I usually get those 2 mixed up because I wasn't really watching those like that. I just watched them.
Okay, but what the fuck is that up there in 1972 and the Bill Cosby Show?
Oh, I don't even know, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck is Cosby from 1996, from 2000? I've never heard of that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
American. Wait, go to it. Wait, hold on. And the Cosby Mystery.
Cosby Mystery. Wait, Cosby Mystery, right?
Wait, no. Wait, no. Go back to the Cosby.
Okay.
It says the Cosby work together. But it's hold on, let me see.
Yeah. So
Because I've never heard of the because if it's not like the Cosby Show, then I don't feel like it counts.
so well, but my point is, I didn't really watch the Cosby Show like that. So I used to think as a kid that the Cosby was the like the second part of the Cosby Show. I didn't know that. That's what I was trying to tell James. I didn't know that until I watched the documentary that those are two different shows. I thought they were the same one because I didn't really watch the Cosby Show like that. And then when I really watched was Cosby. I remember the Cosby Show and I remember Cosby. So I always get those two mixed up. So when you ask me the Cosby Show, I'm like, which one? The Cosby Show, I'm like, which one? Because I knew there was two different ones. But one's the Cosby Show, one is Cosby. But I get those two mixed up all the time. So when you say the Cosby Show, I look at those two as the same show, even though they're not the same show. But they have a lot of the same people in there.
Okay, but see, no, but that like the only person that had the same on there was the mom. That's it. I'm looking at the cast right now. It was just the mom.
Yeah.
But it's like it was two different shows though.
Yeah, like, I didn't really know but that's my point. I was telling him I didn't know that at the time until I watched a documentary that told me that.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't even put those two together because, like I said, if you look at this, it's like you got the new Bill Cosby Show, and then you got the Cosby Show, and then you got a different world, which everybody knows a different world.
Yeah, everybody knows a different world. Yeah,
and because those were the two shows that predicated off of one another, and then you got the Cosby Mysteries, Cosby, and then whatever the fuck that is at the bottom, Cosby 77. But that's what I'm saying. I've never even heard of Cosby. I've never even heard of that shit. So
yeah, and that's what I'm trying to tell James, that I get those two mixed up because again, I keep thinking I'm like when he says the Cosby Show, I'm like, which one? Because they both were TV shows. So I'm like, the Cosby Show. Okay, which one? And he's like, the Cosby Show. I'm like, okay, which one?
Okay, but no, I agree with James. There's only one, the Cosby Show. There's only one. The Cosby Show, there's only technically one. There's not multiple The Cosby Shows.
And that I agree. But what I'm saying, my point is, I get those mixed up because I didn't really watch the Cosby.
Well, then that's a you thing. Then.
No, I'm not saying it's not. That's not the argument. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not. It's not a me. And that's one thing. Oh shoot! Hold on. Damn, I put it in my microphone. Hold on. I put it in my microphone. Give me 1 sec. All right, cool. That test it. All right. So, anyways, back to what I'm saying. So, no, you're right. That is a me problem. I'm not saying it's not. But I'm saying is because I didn't really watch the Cosby Show like that. I remember more the Cosby. I used to put those two together. So, no, you're right. There are two Cosby shows, but again, Cosby and Cosby Show, they're both shows. So we think that comprehends my mind. The Cosby Show. Even though I know one's Cosby and one's the Cosby Show, I see it as the Cosby Show.
Okay.
So that's my whole entire point. So I used to get those two mixed up. So when he kept asking me the Cosby Show, I'm like, which one? I'm like, the Cosby Show. Of course, those are two different shows. But I just get those mixed up because, like I said, when I was at the time, I used to think the Cosby wasn't run off of the Cosby Show. I knew there were two different shows. But so that's why when you say the Cosby Show, I'm like, okay, which one? But you're right. There is only one The Cosby and there's only one Cosby. Because in my mind, I just mix them up because I didn't really watch the Cosby Show like that. I saw more of the Cosby, and I didn't even watch like that either. So I get those mixed up. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying just how my mind computes it. Not that they're not two different shows. It's that there's two different Cosby shows. But one's the Cosby Show, and one's Cosby. Yeah. So that's my whole entire thing.
Y'all funny. Y'all funny, bro.
Okay. All right. So I explained to Keith, and he understood what I was saying.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
so he understood where I was coming from with the Cosby argument.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
When he comes back, he'll let you know. He's taking take care of his family right now. But when he comes back, he'll tell you.
No, what I said was, like I said, there's only one Cosby Show, technically. The Cosby Show, there's only one.
Yeah.
But you're saying that you believe that there was two different Cosby Shows. I'm saying that one was called Cosby, and the other one was called The Cosby Show, and Cosby Mysteries, and the new Cosby Show, and all that. Those are different shows. I would never think that Cosby
exactly.
Like I said, when I was a kid, I knew that a different world had to do with the Cosby Show. That was automatic.
Yeah.
But you're saying like Cosby, it's like a dude. Okay, because the only reason why I can't say it's the same is because in the Cosby Show, his name was Cliff Huxtable. In that new show, he doesn't have the same name. In a different world, he literally had the same name as Cliff Huxtable.
Yes.
That was his name. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't say that those are the same shows when it's like, just because it's Bill Cosby, of course. But it's like, you like, that was my point. Like, if you're going based off, it's the same person that does the show, of course. Like, 100% right. But is it the same? Like, I would never think it was the same show, but that's just
no. I did. No, but see, that's different. I did because number one, I didn't watch the Cosby Show like that.
Like I said, I've never even heard of Cosby. I've never even heard of that.
Exactly. Nobody cared about that, bro. You're talking about in the 2000s.
Nobody cared, but I'm just saying, I never heard of it. That's funny.
You're talking about the #1 rated show, The Cosby Show.
Which I didn't really watch like that. You keep saying everybody watched. I didn't watch it like. Keith, did you watch
my bad.
No. Pause. Keith, did you watch the Cosby Show? Like
I said, I wasn't a fan. Like, look, but in my defense, I didn't watch a lot of things with Bill Cosby. Like, I didn't like Fat Albert. Like, I didn't like a lot of those shows. So, in my defense,
yes, but your defense is fine. In the defense of the world, it says #1 rated fucking show was The Cosby Show.
Cousins
trying to argue
the Cosby Show. Now that everybody else in my family, everybody else I've ever known loves The Cosby Show. I didn't see it because I didn't watch it because it didn't make no sense because I didn't live in that type of family. Yeah. So it's like it didn't feel real to me.
And that's G keeps trying to argue that. G keeps trying to argue that. No, whatever you say, the #1 show. No, it's
no. I didn't. No, I didn't say it wasn't. That was never an argument. I said I didn't watch it like that.
Just said it. You just said it. Whatever you want to say. #1. I'm like, it was the #1 rated show. That means
I'm not saying it wasn't. I just don't know.
I wasn't into it. But you watched Cosby.
I said I didn't watch it like that.
But you watch whack ass Cosby. All right.
But I didn't watch like that either. Like I didn't watch it like that.
But if you watch whack ass Cosby and then you watched a documentary on it to where this argument started because you said there's 2 Cosby shows.
Yes.
But you didn't watch one of them.
No, I said I watched parts, but I didn't really watch them like that.
Motherfucker said he didn't watch it a minute ago.
No, I said I didn't watch them like that. That's what I said. I didn't even say I watched them.
He's full of shit. I opened up my eyes. He's full of shit.
Oh shit! This motherfucker said he didn't watch shit.
G's full of shit. And opened up my eyes. G's full of shit.
Hey, I've been saying it for years. G will piss you.
G's full of shit, dog. Like, what do you mean? You said you watched the documentary.
Yes.
But then you sit there saying
like you say, he's like, I could have sworn you said that too. I could have sworn you said that you watched Cosby. You watched Cosby, or you remember Cosby, or whatever.
Yes, no, yes. I said I watched them. Yes, I did watch them. I didn't watch them like that. Like I didn't fall in line and know every episode. I just went around, just watched them from time to time. but it wasn't like I was religiously watching because this whole entire argument came from like religiously like me religiously watching shows. I said the only 3 shows I really religiously remember watch. Well, there's a lot more, but the 3 shows at the time was Martin, Fresh Prince, and Family Matters. I watched those religiously. Cosby and Cosby Show I did not watch religiously on any level. I just watched.
So your mom lets you watch Martin with her, Fresh Prince, and Family Matters, but she didn't watch the Cosby Show. You just got up like, man, fuck.
I'm not saying that she didn't watch the Cosby Show because, like I said, it was on, but I didn't watch it like that. It wasn't like I didn't watch it like that.
You didn't watch it like that because, first of all, I don't think you were born when it first started, and second of all, you were too busy watching Martin because, you know, obviously all 3-year-olds I know was banging that shit out. Was like, Pam got a fat booty. Bro, that shit did not.
I don't think either of us were born when Cosby came out because the Cosby Show came out in like 1972, I think. So
nope. It was like 85.
I could just show you right here. I have it right here on the screen.
Oh shit.
84.
84.
Okay.
And then Cosby came out in 96.
Oh yeah. See, I like I said, I wasn't even a Cosby fan. Like I said, I'm not saying that his movies. Yeah, I remember him.
I remember the movies. Yes.
But I TV shows, like I said, the Huxtables and Raven Simone, and I wasn't into all that. That was just Pudding Pops. I wasn't into all that.
But again,
and that's my point. That's what I'm saying. I watched them, but I didn't watch them like that. So it's not strange for me to get those confused if you're not religiously watching and understand that those are 2 different shows. Like
really?
bad thing.
Because I never watched Cosby, but I know there's only one, the Cosby Show. Like I said, run the tape back. You kept asking, and I said the Cosby Show.
And what did I say? I said I learned that from the documentary that there's 2 different ones. But
no, you did not. You said which one? I said
yes,
the Cosby Show.
Because there's 2 different Cosby shows.
There is not 2 different fucking Cosby
one
Show.
is called the Cosby Show. I look at
because that's his fucking name.
I'm not saying it isn't.
So how are you telling me there's 2 of the Cosby fucking show?
Cosby Show, and this is
it is not the Cosby Show. That is Cosby, you motherfucking non-reading asshole.
Cosby, bitch.
Yes.
But it's funny, bro. This is funny. I'm so glad I was able.
Bro, we have these little fucking, because I swear to God, bro, I'm telling you, Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby had a show in the 70s that G watched, and original air, he knew exactly what the fuck was going on, too. Okay. He was some sperm floating around like, yep, I'm watching this, Pops. Hold on, don't change the channel. This motherfucker swears, my goodness, that he fucking watched all of this shit. Just like the whole, I listened to the Chronic album, nigga, you were 2, but you was banging the Chronic album.
Okay, now see that I cannot agree with, because I did not listen to the original Chronic album. No. Now, if y'all are trying to make that argument, I would never.
He made that argument.
I did listen to the original Chronic.
You said a lot.
Yeah.
I remember the 2000 Chronic, the
2001.
The came out 2001, yeah. But no, I'm never going to say that I listened to the original Chronic.
I listened. Yes, I listened to.
Own that motherfucker, so I'm not even going to front on that. I can't tell you.
Go.
No, I did. I did listen to the original Chronic. I didn't say it was my album that I listened to.
Hey, I'm about to say, I ain't got a dog in that fight.
Yeah.
Bro, so you mean to tell me
you know that now?
2 or 3 years old.
I was an MC Hammer fan back then, so I can tell you more MC Hammer songs. But
listen,
like NWA, like I was.
Yeah, I can't say the NWA.
Public Enemy. I didn't
listen to that. Yeah.
I grew up listening to like Will Smith. And, and like, Tupac was big when I was a kid. Snoop Dogg, of course, but none of them, like I said, none of NWA.
No,
nah.
NWA. Yeah, I'll give you that. I didn't watch. I didn't see
Still don't even
NWA.
listen to NWA like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah. I listen
So
to
again-
EZE, but not NWA.
So, oh good lord. So again, let's recap this. At 2 and 3 years old, G was watching Martin and listening to the Chronic album.
G
He was
hey,
smoking weed
hey,
and robbing niggas.
hey,
This nigga was smoking
I
weed,
wouldn't
gang
put it
banging.
past the gang
Holy
banging.
shit!
Had a fucking rag in the back of his
You know, of
pocket.
his diaper. This nigga had a blue diaper on. You know what I'm saying? With a red rag hanging out of it. Nigga posted on the corner. But he had to go inside at 9 o'clock when Martin came on because he had to watch that shit.
That's
The
funny.
fuck?
Hey man, we all grew up different.
Dude, again, but G tried to bring you on because he was like, yo, Keith gonna back me up. He remembers watching, fucking Saved by the Bell and fucking.
Yeah,
I didn't watch.
that.
Yeah, I didn't watch Saved by the Bell, but yeah, I know he did. I didn't like
love
it.
Saved by Man, dude.
I couldn't stand it.
Easter Turtle. Oh my god,
Man,
Easter Turtle and Kelly. I forgot her last name. Man,
Kelly
Easter Turtle was
Kapowski.
yeah.
Kelly
Easter
Kapowski.
Turtle was just adorable back then. That's what her little kick was. But like I feel the same way about Stacey Dash. And dude, when I first saw Stacey Dash, I was like, oh hell, that's a different kind of beast right there.
But yes, again, what I keep trying to tell G, and he just will refuse to admit it, is the fact that he watched these shows in syndication, and it was new to him, and it was
let him
dope.
have it, man. Just let him have it.
I gave up, and he was like, "Fuck that! I'm calling Keith because Keith gonna back me up." Even Keys on the last one told him, "Bro, this was not our genre. You did not listen to this shit originally." And no, fuck that! I did. Impossible. I mean, again, bro, like I said, if you did and you could comprehend what the hell was going on,
I didn't
and
say
you
I
knew
could
that-
comprehend it.
and you knew that Martin was Shanae and all of that shit, hey, bro, at 2, 3 years old, all right. But again, I want to see your report cards in first grade because you must have been a fucking genius. A fucking genius. And the Cosby Show shit, look, man, like I said, why you always lying? Because you know damn well the Cosby Show and Cosby are two completely different fucking things. Because you watched the documentary.
Yes, but there's still Cosby Shows.
No. There's the Cosby
Show. Just because one is called the Cosby Show and one is called Cosby does not mean they're both not shows called Cosby.
Oh my fucking God.
Okay, but that's like trying to well, I mean, I guess not. Because I was about to say that's like trying to say that Fresh Prince and Bel Air are two different shows. Like to say like, oh, it's the same shit.
No, hell no. Hell no.
Exactly.
Completely different.
Exactly. And that's how those two shows just look like, okay, it might not have Will Smith or nobody in it, but
but you see, and that you made a big point. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like what I said, I did not watch them like that on any level. So I only glanced at them. Yes, now I know they're two different shows, but I told you I get those mixed up all the time because they're Cosby shows. I didn't watch them like that, so I know there's two different. So I know there's two different Cosby shows. That's why when you say the Cosby Show and Cosby, I kind of get them confused. I'm like, okay, those are Cosby shows. So I'm like, so that's for me. I'm like, there's two different Cosby shows. Yes, one is called The Cosby. That is fine. And one's called Cosby. But to me, just how my mind works, The Cosby Shows. That's why I said, which one? And you said The Cosby.
So let me get this straight. All right. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
Niggas said never mind. Hey, niggas said never mind. I'm done. You officially pissed me off. Oh shit, that is funny. That nigga like I'm done. I can't take this shit no more. That nigga will drive you insane, my guy.
Oh,
That's funny.
I mean, now getting back into this, let me just see. You keep talking about bruh, man. That's it. So, in the whole damn Martin scheme, the only thing you comprehended was that a dude came in and made a sandwich.
that's
Yeah,
just
okay,
one of the
but see,
things. Go ahead.
okay, but see, that's okay, but see, that was my point. It wasn't about him coming into your house and making a sound. I'm saying why he was doing I didn't understand that this dude was blazed out and fucking high as fuck. Like okay, but it wasn't about making the sandwich to me. That's basically just what I'm saying. Why he did what he did is because he was in prison and he didn't know boundaries. I didn't get all of that. I
Yeah,
didn't get all
I
that.
agree
So
with you. Yeah, I
so,
agree
but
with you. I agree with that.
But
but
G
it's
didn't
like
get that
it's
either.
amazing. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. A man just coming into your house and seeing him mad. No, I'm saying he was like just seeing him being uncomfortable with like, bro, and then exiting through a window. It's like I didn't understand like why the fuck is he like I don't care if he's making a sandwich or nothing like that. That means like, but he didn't just come in there and make a sound. He would like they would be having a conversation and he'd be stealing his shit in the background. Like it wasn't about him just making a sandwich. He's coming in his house, he's stealing his shit and exiting through the window.
Yeah,
It's and that's what I'm saying. Like he was a drug addict or a fiend or whatever the case may be. It's like I didn't understand that.
and I agree.
But
With
G
that.
did.
No, I did. I not agree with you about that.
Yeah.
G did.
See, no, I.
What
agree
did
with
you
Keith with that.
comprehend? Tell me this.
I
What
just
the fuck
fucking
at
said it
3?
3 fucking times. What the
What
fuck?
did you comprehend? No, I didn't say that. I said what in that show did you comprehend at 3 fucking years old?
I told, like I said, I used the brother man example because that's the best one. Because we were just talking about that.
So again, you comprehended that at 3 years old.
From the earliest memory that I could think about, yes, that's what I got. From
There we have
at
it.
That point.
So what Keith just said, you comprehended that. Dope. At 3
No,
years old,
that's not what I said. That's not what I said. You keep doing that crap.
What do you mean? I said, what did you comprehend? You said, bro, man, what the fuck did you comprehend out of
Keith,
him?
fuck it, Keith. What did I say? Be the guy in the middle. What did I fucking say that I comprehend?
Like I said, like I said, what he's saying that you need to say is that you didn't comprehend what I just said, but you just comprehended a person coming into your house. I put it like this: you did not comprehend every aspect of Brother Man, but
Yes.
you basically comprehended some aspects. I'm saying, and the aspects that you comprehended, I mean, they don't really matter. It's like him making a sound.
No, it's not about it mattering. It's the point. I'm just saying. What all I'm saying is just tell him what I told you, what I comprehended.
Yeah,
so there's no confusion.
I just said it.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I comprehend everything in part. Like you said, I comprehend certain aspects. I didn't say I comprehend the whole entire thing. No, I didn't comprehend that back then. What Keith said is fact. I agree with Keith. You get what I'm saying? I agree with him. But I said
the only okay.
The only part
talking for an hour and you're not saying
no, because you're not listening.
You're not saying anything.
You're not
You're
listening.
saying I comprehended stuff, but I didn't comprehend what he said. But I comprehended.
Hold on one second.
Jesus Christ, this nigga man is full of shit. 100% grade A bullshit. This motherfucker. Again, at 3 years old, if you can comprehend, your comprehension scores from fucking the pre-K to infinity should have been outstanding. If you could comprehend that shit at 3 years old, this nigga gonna pull out his report card from kindergarten. It says citizenship 0, comprehension 100%.
Like I said, I would never say anything when it came from Martin. Like I said, I didn't get the. Like I said, looking back on it now at that age, whether it be 4 or 5, like even watching it as I got older, it's like, yeah, him working at a radio station or being what is it, like a DJ or whatever. It's like how to be DJ, but what is it called?
Yeah, yeah, he
Player
was a
at the
DJ.
radio station?
He was an
Yeah,
on-air
okay, yeah,
personality.
they're DJ. Yeah, it's like I didn't like I didn't know what a fucking DJ was. I didn't know radio shit. I didn't know how radios worked back then. Like I didn't know you turn on the radio, there you fucking
Yeah.
go. I didn't know that it had a whole like radio station that people, like I said, it was a lot of shit about that show that I didn't comprehend, that I didn't understand, that I goddamn understand that. But that's the point that I'm trying to make to him. It's like, okay, you know, certain aspects of the TV show, it's like, yeah, you got, okay, you see these two people arguing, okay, we all understand that. We all understand fights. We all understand arguments. But it's like some of the adult scenarios, no.
Thank you. I got Ghost in too, but I got a little bit more time to talk. Thank you. That's all I was saying. Even though I only heard the end, you got it right on the point. Yes, I understood the argument, the whole entire thing. Yes, but do I understand? And that's literally what I told him. That's literally what I told James. Do I understand the adult themes? No. There's a lot of stuff that went over my head, but I do understand that little basic stuff. Arguments, yes, I understand. Two people fighting, that's not good. Yes, a dude coming in a house, you don't like that, uncomfortable. Yes, yes, I understood that Shanae was Martin, and was dressed up as Martin. Did I know what they were doing? Not really, but I didn't understand that was Martin dressing up as a girl. The only one of Martin I didn't understand was the kid. That one I didn't get. That was kind of weird to me.
I don't know. That's why I said, the next time have this conversation, you just gotta read, like I said, which one is it more? Do you comprehend or did you watch? Because obviously that's the argument that's happening right now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, which one are you both leaning towards? So when you have this conversation again,
I think it's,
if you were to ask, like, if you were to ask somebody, okay, hey, like Martin, because this is how I would ask it. Martin, Fresh Prince, Family Matters, Cosby Show, or actually I wouldn't even add the Cosby Show. Fresh Prince, Martin, Family Matters came out at the same time. So, but did you comprehend those shows from 1990 to 1994? Could you comprehend those shows, or did you watch those shows? Because they're going to be told two totally different answers. And like I said, I do not believe. Yes, now this is no knock on you, but I will say there's no way that I believe that a 1, 2, or 3-year-old can comprehend anything that went on like that. But you're saying that you did. I'm not knocking what you said you did.
All right, let me clarify so make sure. I comprehend something. I couldn't comprehend the adult themes. Like you said, the fighting and arguing. Yes, I knew they were fighting and arguing. The not wanting a man to come in and take your food. Yes, I could comprehend that. But when, like you said, the reasoning, the adult themes, I could not comprehend. So just to clarify.
Like I said, yes, I'm not gonna deny. Yeah, he was spot on. Nigga was watching Barney and fucking lamb chop and bullshit like that. You know, I was still a kid. You know, I ain't gonna fucking deny that shit. I obviously don't like to admit the shit, but yeah, that's what a nigga used to watch when he was a goddamn kid. That's who was on. Sesame Street, yeah, it was fucking terrible and weird and all of the fucking above, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like fucking Captain Planet and shit. Nigga used to watch Captain Planet as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's why I said, you know, it's just different. It's just different outlooks on. Like I said, yes. Like I said, a teenager can comprehend a hell of a lot more than, or however old you were, you can comprehend a lot more.
And that I agree.
Fucking toddler, a fucking toddler. So,
And that 110% agree. I just think it's just two different generations that are kind of like talking over each other. That's just what I believe.
That's funny though.
Man.
I will say that much.
And this all spur of him going down a list of black movies I watched as a kid.
You said black movies.
Yeah, because he was just going down a list, and I guess it's supposed to mean something, but he never finished it because we got into this argument.
What black movies?
Basically, he was just trying to see what movies I've seen, and depending on the movies I've seen, it says something about me. But he never finished it because we started arguing about this. So I think the neighbor stalked in my backyard again. What the fuck?
I just want to know if G's report card citizenship and comprehension should have been like out of this world.
Hey, I was good at school until I got to third grade.
But comprehension should have been the key because you comprehended all of this shit at the age of like 3 months.
Not what I said, but okay.
It is what you said, bro.
No, you go over it. Yeah, like, oh, I understood this entire show and the depth of what happened. No, I explained to Keith about what I could comprehend, and he
keep
agreed.
Explaining this shit to Keith. I mean,
because for some reason you comprehended that there was black people. There's something going on in your head or your ear that's saying something that you're saying does not work here. I don't know why.
You know how many people don't even understand the concept of black and white at 3 years old?
Two of these objects don't match.
But your ass understood Martin. In any fucking capacity. That's impressive.
In a basic capacity, yes. In a very base capacity, yes. Not in the whole entire.
But that means you didn't understand the show.
I'm not saying I really did. All I'm saying is I understand. Me and Kid just had this conversation. He gets where I'm coming from and what my understanding was. I could not understand the adult themes. No way. That's impossible. I didn't know about the experience. But I couldn't understand, like you said, the arguing, yes. I understand the brother man not want a guy coming in to make your sandwich, yes. Did I understand the reason of it? No.
So you understood nothing of Brother Man?
No, not the death, no.
Because he made a sandwich like once or twice. But he was a reoccurring figure on that show.
Yes, I remember.
So that's all you comprehended was he came in and made a sandwich.
And I comprehend, and I understood why you wouldn't like somebody just come into your house and just get in a sandwich whenever they want to. Yes.
At 3 years old?
I understood that.
At 3 or 4 years old, huh?
Yes. At the time I remember watching the show, yes, I can understand that.
You must have been able to count to 1,000.
That's not what it means.
That's just it. You must have been able to count to 1,000.
You keep talking like I was a genius. I'm not a genius.
And you comprehended things that no other fucking 3 or 4 year old would comprehend.
Keith.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years old. Two people arguing. You could comprehend that's a bad thing.
Yeah. No, having a disagreement, yeah.
Thank you.
I can comprehend.
Now you comprehend because you're watching it and there's anger, right?
Yeah, emotion, basically, yes.
Now see, this is the part where I know G's kind of full of shit, because when those people were arguing on those shows, there's usually laugh tracks in there.
Very true.
Now an adult person comprehends what the fuck's going on, but a child at 3 and 4 years old doesn't comprehend because they're just going off. There's people arguing, but then there's people laughing. That's a confusing situation. Nowadays, you can go, yeah, I understood that. But if I fucking hit up a 3-year-old and put them in front of that shit, they would start laughing because people are laughing. I know because my kid used to do that shit when we used to watch things, and I would go, why are you laughing? Like, there's some crazy shit going on here. And they would be like, I don't know. Because people are laughing. But G could comprehend. They're arguing, so that's bad. But
No, I
everybody's
didn't
laughing.
say all that. I didn't say all that.
Did you not just say?
I said I
told Keith
understood
when you understood they were arguing.
Yes.
But you're 3 years old, and people are laughing, so it's funny. It's not bad.
Yeah, but I understood that there was a
So
problem.
what did you understand they were arguing about?
I didn't know. I didn't understand what they were.
Dispute.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I want to see at 3 years old. Find me recording you saying the word dispute.
I'm not saying I said that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying just by language. I didn't say I understood. I could say big words, and I'm just saying I understood. Yes, there was an argument going on, and they were mad. And yeah, was I laughing at it? Yeah. Did I understand fully what the argument was about? No, but they would just say certain things that were funny to me.
But you were laughing. So how did you understand there was a bad argument if you were laughing?
I didn't. I'm not saying no. I just knew
you just said that.
Yes,
you just said that.
I just said yes. I knew they were arguing, but I didn't. But I also.
Yes, you said you knew they were arguing, but then you said they were that you were laughing.
Yes, because it was funny to me.
You just said when you told Keith you understood arguing is bad.
Yes.
But you were laughing.
Because it was funny to me.
So the arguing was funny. So the bad stuff was funny to you.
Yeah, maybe. It's kind of like when you see somebody fall and they hurt themselves. I start laughing. Yeah.
You're sick.
What a dark ass motherfucker. Yeah, you know, somebody fell down and died, and I just started laughing. It was funny as hell. Yep.
It was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker's real hurt. The paramedics scooping this motherfucker. Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm not gonna call no ambulance like a normal human being. I'm gonna just sit here and laugh.
I'm laughing. Bro. Man, G, you're full of shit, dog. So again, you didn't understand the concept of it at all.
I understood that they were arguing.
But you were laughing at it.
This is pandemonium.
Because you didn't understand it. You just heard people laughing and you thought they were saying funny words.
Yes.
That's not comprehending anything.
I didn't say I had a full comprehension of what was going on. I just said I comprehended to a point, like a basic point.
That's fine. I just said you didn't comprehend anything if they were arguing and you knew they were arguing, but you were laughing because they said funny words. That's some shit a 3-year-old would say.
Yes, of course.
That's not comprehending anything. That's somebody having a whole conversation and them saying the word booger and you laughing.
But I knew that they were angry, so I could comprehend that.
But you were laughing.
Yes, because it was funny.
When little kids see people arguing, they tend to get anxiety and get sad because people are arguing.
I don't know. I don't know if I ever got anxiety.
Because you heard people laughing on the laugh track.
No.
So you thought it was funny.
Well, no, it's not like
That's
that.
your comprehension.
Oh, no. Pause. No, the point when you like even just back to when you sit there and say when people were arguing just in general, I would get anxiety as a kid. Like, no, I don't ever remember getting anxiety on any level.
I mean, you can look at the studies.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying personally with me, I don't ever remembering getting anxiety. I just remember being like,
well, yeah, because at 3 years old, you were watching Martin and thinking fucking arguing is funny. So no, you wouldn't get anxiety. It's called a warped fucking sense of reality.
Hold on one sec.
Okay, no, go. Because I was about to say, like, I mean, I was about to say something a little bit deeper. It's like when it comes to Martin, it's like, okay, I'll put it to you like this. What's it's just like Fresh Prince and Martin and all the TV shows had a premise. And it's like now as adults, we can understand what the premise is, what the show meant. It's like
exactly.
Fresh Prince. I can truly say that I did not get, even though it says it in the song, like West Philadelphia, blah, 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 well, whatever. I'm not about to sing the whole song. But I just sung that song. I didn't get the song, but it's like when you look how dark it is now on why he had to leave his home, and it's just like Friday. It's like okay, Craig left L.A. and in X Friday. It was like that was kind of the same thing. It's like, bro, you was being bullied, you couldn't hoop, you got into some trouble. It's like I must have sung that song a million times as a kid, but did I understand it? Fuck no.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'll give you the
And
perfect example. Remember that song by Eminem called Kim?
okay, but that's kind of new age. Like I clearly understand everything that was going on.
Your ass was in junior
Like
high when that
I
came
can't.
out,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. No, I can't agree with you. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Go fuck yourself.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
no. I can't. No, I'm just stopping you right there. Kim, anything on the Slim Shady album or Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP, I was clearly aware of. I clearly was old enough to know why he felt how he felt because that was a time when I started having a lot of anger built up inside of me. So no, I clearly understood.
Yeah, but no, I mean my point being, like I guess but my point being, like when that song came out to me, it was pretty funny because I didn't understand the severity of what was going on.
Oh no.
So.
No. The lyrics in that song are pretty fucking clear.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
Don't
said-
get me wrong. I understood the lyrics. The idea was dark as fuck, but I thought it was just funny.
Didn't I say a minute ago? Because you have a warp. You have a warped sense of
because if you thought that shit was funny, no, that shit was serious in a motherfucker for me.
Yeah. As I got older, I just said the repercussions. Yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah, this shit's pretty dark, and this shit wasn't funny. But back then, I was
What
like,
the fuck do you mean when you got older? Nigga, you was in junior high.
Yeah, it's like
You're full of shit.
fucking so long, bitch. You did me so wrong. I don't
yeah.
go
So
on. It's like that's gotta self-explanatory. Like,
Okay, wait a minute.
I can't go on living in this world without you. It's like, nigga, you want to kill yourself. That's like, I clearly understand what's going on. Like,
hold on. This goes deeper into the full of shit than G's fucking vortex. Okay, because again, now you're telling me in junior high you didn't realize the darkness of that bullshit that he was saying until you got older, but you could comprehend some shit on Martin at 3.
Oh my god. It depends on what we're talking about. I
Fuck
do not.
no, because
listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying.
No, because you're full of shit. And
No,
we've been going around the corner about this.
I am not going around the corner. I said, I understood the basic. I did not understand the adult themes. I did not understand why Brother Man was. I just understood the fact that this dude, you do not want a dude just coming into their house and just getting a sandwich, just walking out. No, that's bullshit. That's fucked up. But I absolutely did not comprehend the reasons or what was going on behind that at all. No.
Bro. Let me explain something to you. You keep saying you don't understand the adult content on Martin. Martin was an adult show.
I'm not
there
saying
was no kid content on that motherfucker.
I'm not saying there
was.
So
you did not understand shit on that show, but you didn't even understand Eminem on his dark ass fucking tracks until you got into high school.
No, I didn't say all that.
You said until you got older.
A little bit older, not into high school.
Oh, my bad, Keith. In 2 weeks, he figured out how dark that shit was.
Like I said, I don't know exactly when Kim came out, but that should have been on the Marshall Mathers LP, if I remember correctly. And like I said, that was one of the first albums that I purchased on my own. So, it was like I remember the first 2 albums. Well, I didn't purchase them, but I had the money and my uncle paid for them. But the first 2 albums that I owned myself were the Marshall Mathers LP and The Last Meal, which is Snoop Dogg. And for its time, even though yes, I didn't start with the Dog Pound and all those things, I thought that The Last Meal was, hella uncensored. But
you know what it was?
Like No Limit, and it wasn't nowhere near as bad as a Dog Pound and like 187 and like all them old ass songs that Snoop came out with. Last Meal doesn't even come close to when Snoop Dogg was on Death Row and before Death Row and shit like that. Like I know that now, But I didn't know that as a kid.
Yep.
Okay, you know what? Okay, this is one thing I'll say.
That the Marshall Mathers LP with the Kim song you talking about came out in 2000, and you didn't understand you didn't comprehend it at first.
Let me say what I'm about to say.
You was about to
No, it was so extreme that it was so dark and so extreme that I couldn't believe that this was actually going on. So to me, I thought it was like funny.
You making this shit up as you go.
Okay. Well, let me ask this.
All right.
Because I know that people are gonna ask this in a couple of years when kids get older. It's like, so a year later after Kim, it's like 9/11. Could you understand 9/11?
Yes.
Because that was, no. I'm sorry, I can't agree with that.
Well, okay. No, hold on. Wait.
9/11.
Hold on. What do you? Okay, when you say understand, what do you mean by it?
Exactly what the fuck I'm saying. Could you understand? Okay, like fucking kids now. I got an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, and if I ask them, could you understand fucking COVID? It's like all they know is the premise. Like, okay, like, people got sick. Like, that's not understanding something. Like, as an adult, like how we had to understand COVID. I'm talking about, could you understand the fathom of 9/11? Like, and like the premise and the base. And I think this is where these conversations get into like lack of detail. And like, I think that's where James is more coming from.
God, hold on one sec.
Hold on, he gotta go look up some shit. Yeah, damn. Because he's mentioned on this podcast before that he understood 9/11. And I'm like,
Yes.
Are you sure, bro? Because he's like, I watched it too. I'm like, but I was in college, bro. I had a fucking job. I watched that shit on the news and then went to school and then went to work. And
yes,
I knew exactly.
I was in middle school. Yeah. I was in middle school when 9/11 happened. I was sitting at a bowl. I was sitting at the table eating a bowl of cereal before I went to school. Like, I could remember 9/11 and me just looking at the TV and hearing, okay, these buildings. Like, I didn't care. I'm gonna just be honest. I didn't give a shit. Shit. But now as an adult, of course, I can understand. But I did not understand enough to care. And I think that's where these arguments are kind of like watching something and understanding it are just two totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, for instance, if you play the Def Jam Fight for New York back in the day and you play it now, it's probably a way better game now because you're an adult. Like, I'm not saying I didn't get the rap and the hip hop of it and stuff like that. But the adult, and the adult, what is it? The adult innuendos of it. You don't get that. I'm sorry, you don't understand that as a kid. And that's what I'm trying to. Well,
G was
like
a
I
fucking
said,
genius,
I can't
bro.
speak on him. I'm saying like Kim and stuff. Okay, yeah, I comprehended that. Kim and stuff like that because it was a song. After you hear a song over and over and over, you kind of be like, okay, I get this. But something like 9/11, you're never gonna understand that back then unless you were an adult or maybe like in society. Then okay, but we were in middle school. I would never say that we understood that as a middle schooler. It's just like how kids.
Watch. G's gonna get back on here and tell you he did. G was a fucking genius when he was young. I don't know. But yeah. I can say, yeah, I understood.
And it's like, I don't know your age, so I don't disagree with you when you say you understood, especially if you had a job. It affects
that's why I said I was in college. Like, yes,
okay, well then,
fucking...
yeah. If you were in college, then yes, you clearly understood it.
Exactly. But being in middle school, come on, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know about that. you will understand that something bad happened, but that doesn't equate knowing what the fuck happened, understanding it. That's what I keep trying to get him to understand about, like the Martin and the fucking Family Matters and shit like that. Family Matter, when Family Matters came on, he was literally one. I fucking don't know what the hell you can get at 1 year old and retain, but it wasn't Family Matters. But again, when you watch it again when you're 8, and you watch it again when you're 10, you watch it again when you're 16, oh yeah, you understand it. So you can be like, I understood it all the way through. I watched it from day one. No, that's fucking possible. I remember my youngest, he said his earliest memory was when he was like 2 or 1 or some shit like that, like 6 months. I don't know. But your brain isn't even fully developed. The fuck you remember what the fuck was going on, like, and then like the Chronic album and Doggy Style, him telling me that was his era, he grew up with that shit. I'm like,
I grew up under it. I keep trying to tell you, didn't grow up with, I grew up under it. That's different.
Fuck does that even mean?
It means we were like, these are things that we were raised on. We didn't grow up with it. I wasn't around when that shit was going on. I wasn't old enough, but I was young enough where I could listen to it. Put like this, it was at the age where these are specifically guys I could look up to. Is what it is. Not that I did, but I was at the age where these were the dudes I would look up to.
Mm-hmm. You were listening to reruns though. So when I was living in it, you were fucking doing nothing. And then you heard it. You heard it on repeat somewhere, and you're like, this is what I want to do.
So no, I want to say all that.
So that wasn't your era. That wasn't your era, and you didn't grow up under it. I don't know what the fuck that even means.
It means I grew up at a time.
Okay, the hell with that. Let's go to this 9/11 shit, because I gotta hear this one.
All right, I got about 10 minutes. I gotta go.
Good.
What do you mean good?
That's just enough time for you to explain this 9/11 shit.
Okay. All right, go ahead. What is it?
No, I said when 9/11 happened, it's just like how COVID is today. When go back and ask kids in about 5 years, do you like, even because there'll be teenagers, like when you ask these kids, could you comprehend COVID? And obviously kids are gonna be whatever, yes, no, whatever the case may be. But it's just like when I was a kid, I was in middle school, and when 9/11 happened, there's no way I gave a shit. Let me not even say comprehend. I didn't give a shit about 9/11 enough to comprehend it or care or basically understand. You're saying that you understood. I cannot say that as a
well, no. What I'm saying, it depends on what you mean. So that's why I said I had to kind of go back. Like, if you're talking about that, I understand the severity or the importance of it. Okay, that could be questionable. But I understand something big happened, something bad happened. We were attacked by an enemy. Hold on a sec. When it goes to 9/11, this is what I got. Guys, this is a fucking horrible time. When it comes to 9/11, this is what I'll say. I don't understand. I like, if you're talking about the severity, what it means, no. And a lot of it was because at the time it's Oklahoma, my mom worked for the government. So when it happened, I thought, oh crap, we're being attacked. We gotta move. So, but if you're talking about like maybe comprehending the importance of it, what it meant, I don't know about that. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on what you mean. I could say I comprehend to the point where I know something bad happened. Things got blew up. This is a big thing. We're under attack. Things like that.
I mean, like I said, that's more than what I could say for myself. I would never, like I said, I seen it on TV, but I'm not going to say that we were attacked. It was happening in New York City. For one, I don't live in New York City, so I
Yeah.
didn't give two flying fucks about what was going on. We were being attacked. They were being attacked. But it's like because when you say that, it means that you would have had to comprehend that we as a country and we're being attacked. It's like I didn't understand that. If you comprehended that, then like I said, more power to you, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like when you say we were being attacked, it just sounds like that's what I said. Like I'm very aware of how I saw it in different parts of my life, and there's no way I thought that we, like I said, I remember seeing it on TV.
Yeah.
And like I was not that smart. I'm never gonna say that I was or anything. Like I said, if you were, then so be it. I'm not saying that you weren't, but I'm saying that to have that comprehension of that, it's like so many things came with COVID. It's like kids can say, okay, yeah, people got sick and we had to not go to school. Okay, that will be the comprehension that kids have from COVID. But COVID is so much deeper. 9/11 is so much deeper. That's why I said, did you see it? Of course. Did you hear them say that? Okay, yes, they attacked, or not attacked. They basically drove a plane into this, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like it's a feeling more than everything. A feeling more than anything, of fear.
Yeah.
As a kid, as a middle school, I didn't get my head turning. So it's like I said, for you to say that we're attacked, it's like it just makes me feel like you understand.
Hey, just so you know, man, you're breaking up pretty bad.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, it just means that you understood that us as a country was affected, and I did not get that part. So
yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if I would use those words like I knew our country was affected. I don't know about that. I will say that I'll put it like this: it's the first time and probably the last time in my life that I felt I saw the country being united. But like at the time, like to me, I knew we were attacked. That's all I knew. I felt like we were being attacked. I thought we were attacked. So I thought we were being attacked. I felt like we were being attacked. That's all I kind of really knew. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay. I can't deal with it. I gotta deal with this.
All right, yo.
All right. I want to thank y'all for checking out another podcast. I want to thank James and Keith for being on this podcast. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure if you don't mind on your way out, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're on a podcast platform, make sure to also, I'm not sure what's on there, but also make sure to like and subscribe. Also, shout out to the new subscribers on the channel. I want to thank y'all. Definitely appreciate y'all. And beyond that, we'll be back on the next podcast. All right. Y'all have a good one. Gone.
Peace.
Peace.